Anyways, I am about to hit post on this. Okay, I'm just gonna be working on a spec for the next hour. Quick little tour of our hotel room before the workday starts. That was one of the fastest meetings I've ever had. My life is incredibly boring right now. Good morning, friends, and welcome to a day in my life in a hotel. It is currently Monday morning. It is the Monday right after Thanksgiving break. So it's actually going to be a pretty calm work day, which is why I figured why not pop out the camera and vlog today, show you guys what it looks like for me when I don't have many meetings, because I feel like a lot of people think of product managers and they think, okay, in meetings all day. So what does it look like when my day isn't full of meetings? And I think it's probably just because people are coming back from the holidays or still out. So my schedule today is just really empty, which is so nice because more focus time for me to work on some documents and things like that I've sort of had on my backlog. So I'll walk you guys through exactly what documents and whatnot that I need to work on and any sort of little meetings I have here and there. But yes, I'm currently in New Jersey. The weather here is very different from what I'm used to on the West Coast. It actually flurried yesterday morning, which was really pretty. I would say the East Coast and snowing in general is nice when you're just indoors for it all. Like it just doesn't affect you at all. You're just kind of indoors with the heat on at all times. I just came back up from breakfast. I actually barely made it. They closed at 9:30 and I got right in there at like 9:25. For breakfast, we've got a nice little spread of home fries, scrambled eggs, and French toast. I also picked up a little packet of red apples. It's currently 9:30-ish, so I'm still working PST hours, which means according to like my work calendar, it's technically 6:30. I usually pop into work around 7:30 or 8 on Mondays specifically. I like getting a head start on Mondays because they really set the tone for the week, especially if I want to schedule any meetings for this specific week. I like to make sure I get it in before people start opening up their calendars and setting up their own weeks, so I can make sure that my meetings hopefully make it in there. So at least for the next hour and a half, I'll probably just eat breakfast, have me time. The way I've sort of started thinking about it for myself is instead of jumping into work in the mornings like I usually would if I was on the West Coast, is really take time for myself in the mornings because I lose that time in the evenings. Eat some breakfast. I'm excited.
Yeah, and they'd be like, we can't have this. And Drake, because it's Drake and Josh. It's a great time except for the dumb game.
Okay, it's now 11. I don't know how that happened. I just blinked and it became 11, but I finished up breakfast, got all cleaned up. Oh, actually, I'll show you around the hotel. So when you come in, I'm at the door right here. There's a little closet, and we actually got a suite. So we have both this like living room situation and then the bedroom over there. So the living room is probably where I'll be working. We also have like a little kitchenette. Right there is where I've been sort of doing most of my work. I like it because it's got this bright open window here, so it makes it nice and bright right here, but there's actually a desk in the other room too, which I will show you. And now it is time to get the workday started. I started seeing pings come in from people, so I can tell that other people are also starting to start their workday, which is the perfect time for me to do that as well. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just figure out what meetings I need to schedule and things that I need to do. So I'm just gonna start off by making a to-do list of today by going based off of what's left from my to-do list last week and then adding on anything new that I feel like needs to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so I just finished writing up my to-dos for today. There's only 2 meetings that I actually need to schedule. One is for our team leads, so I'm specifically on the mobile team, so our leads, the EMs, me, analytics, design, to get together and review our quarterly business review document, and then also going to schedule another meeting that actually came out of, so last week I used my focus time to finally summarize these customer calls that have been sitting on my plate for so long. I think we did these customer calls like a month ago, and I it was like a one-man show with these interviews. So I just hit record, asked my questions, did the interviews, and had not gotten a chance to go back and watch the recordings and like pull out quotes and take raw notes and things like that. So I spent like a solid day last week just going through all these interviews, taking notes, and then summarizing the learnings. And one of the things that came out of learnings were a couple next steps that we would need to work with other teams to improve on, and I'm hoping to squeeze those in for next quarter. I also need to just follow up on a couple different things. Does anyone else spend their lives just split screening? Because whenever I don't have my monitor especially, I'm always on my laptop. I've got this on the left here, a doc that I'm actually writing a summary of on the right here. 20 minutes later, I finally finished that post that I was talking to you guys about. I just like to say that I feel like as a PM, I feel like we spend so much time just writing like posts to share out with the team, and it takes us a lot of time because there's like a lot of content that we need to squeeze in to as short as a paragraph that we can and summarize it all and make it easy to digest for everyone, and then tag in all the right people. It just takes me so long to write up these posts because you're trying to summarize it in a really nice digestible manner. Anyways, I know I'll have to blur this since it has like company info, and yes, that is a magnifying glass. This is how I put in emojis into my posts, you guys. I Google them and then copy and paste the emoji over. There's definitely a better way, I just haven't figured it out yet. But do you guys see how long this post is? Like, it starts here. Yeah, I can't see it because I blurred it. It like covers the entire screen because it has like 5 bolded bullets, it has sub bullets, and then at the very end I have like my thank yous and I tag other people in, and then I also have the document itself link there as well. But I am about to hit post on this. It just, wow. Just can't believe this stuff takes that long to put together. Blows my mind. And off it goes into the world. Alright, hi, I finished my to-do list for the day, so we are done scheduling those meetings. Invites have been sent out, reminders have been sent, posts have been posted, all that is good and done. And now it is time for me to just do my focused work that I've been meaning to do. So for today, what I plan to tackle are a couple specs. There's 2 that I'm currently working on. The way it works, like I said before in one of my videos, I ordered this one, I can't remember. I am currently a PM for our mobile team, and the way it works with the mobile team and sort of like web desktop team is usually we bring in the same features, but the interaction for said features might be different across different clients. So what we'll usually do, depending on how large the feature is have a separate spec entirely for the mobile app itself. And that is what this feature is looking like. So this feature is a really large and complex one. It's not just like, I don't know, adding something, like adding an additional option to like the overflow menu or something like that. It is a much larger feature, and because it's a larger feature, there's just a lot more differences in how you would engage with it on mobile versus on desktop or on web. So what I'm going to do right now is actually take, I can't really show you guys, but maybe I'll blur it. But I have the desktop spec that's been written out already. And so I'll take this spec because it has the background, the scenarios, the context, because all that is the same, right? Like the reasons why you want to bring that feature in to desktop are probably the same reason why you'd want to bring it into mobile. It's simply usually the engagement and how the feature actually works that is actually different between the two. So I'll link this spec into my spec as sort of context on background, and then the real difference between the specs are the functional requirements and potentially telemetry. I guess it depends on like where the interaction differs between the two clients. That is what I'm gonna do right now. And this keeps me busy for quite a while, as you can imagine. I don't know, is it helpful for me to explain what I'm doing? I feel like that's sometimes helpful if, you know, you're wanting to see more about what a product manager does. But at the end of the day, it just like sounds boring to me sometimes. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be working on a spec for the next hour. And like I said before, my favorite thing to do is split screen. So we've got the desktop spec on the left, and then I'm going to start from scratch with the mobile spec. Yeah. Okay, so that was the first of 3 stand-ups, which I don't think I'll be attending the other 2 today. I try to switch off which days I attend what stand-ups. Okay, time to hop into that other stand-up that I was talking about. So this one is the one that's with a specific feature crew. So let's go say hello to them. Almost dog food time. People were saying he was gonna get started on the P2 bugs, so I think there are some. So that was one of the fastest meetings I've ever had. That meeting was like it was almost like a mini photo shoot. We all just got together, everyone who's worked on this feature, and we just took so many pictures and like video recordings of us like waving and stuff. So it's to be used whenever we're sending out like updates about this specific feature, when we're announcing it to like leadership or just a broader team, so we can attach a little photo at the end of it and show who worked on it. So grateful to the other PM who actually set this up for all of us to take a picture together. I think it'll turn out really cute. By the way, if you guys don't bring your own slippers to hotels, I highly recommend it. I have never felt more cozy and at home than in these slippers. Okay, it is now PST lunchtime, which is also when I actually break for lunch. I prefer breaking for lunch at the same time as everyone else, just because it makes it a lot easier to kind of be on the same page with everyone in terms of when we're online and responding and whatnot. And I know that means that I have lunch at like 3 p.m., but like you guys just saw before, I always have some sort of snack to hold me over, so I end up basically having 2 mini lunches instead of like 1 big lunch. Everything we make here is just very simple because once again, we're living in a hotel room with just a kitchenette, so you want things that you can kind of just quickly make. Let's make some avocado toast. Also, while I'm here and waiting for the cheese to melt, quick little working from home outfit. I'm literally just wearing the sweatshirt, and I love the Align Lululemon yoga pants. They are my go-to, and they're so comfortable. Anyways, yes, that is my little work from home outfit check. Okay, this is as close as a close-up as you're getting of this avocado toast because it looks absolutely horrendous. So, here it is. All right, cheers, here's to lunch. Okay, I'm gonna eat this and watch some TV or something. Okay, hi guys, sorry, it is much later now. Well, actually my camera battery died like right after I filmed lunch, so sorry about that, but we are back. It is now, what time is it? It has been 2 hours since I last talked to you. It is now 5 p.m. So I'm looking at my laptop calendar, or laptop time, and I always keep it in PST because it helps me when I'm like talking to people, like, oh yeah, I'm free to meet at 3. I don't want to say the wrong time. So anyways, it is currently 2 o'clock PST, 5 o'clock EST. Just made myself a cup of warm tea because it is getting chilly. It's also getting dark out. This is what I really don't like about working on the East Coast, is it gets dark so early. It's 2 o'clock PST, right? And I'm going to be working for like another 3 hours, and it's already getting dark outside. And so you really need to take advantage of your mornings. And if you need to go out and do anything, you got to do it in the morning. Otherwise, it just gets dark inside outside. So what have I been up to? Oh, I made a lot of progress on that spec. And then I've been bouncing back and forth sort of between 2 docs. So I have the spec that I've been working on, and I'm also working on what we call our quarterly business reviews. So what this is actually something new that we're doing this quarter. It's basically, we used to call them quarterly product reviews, and it's a time for each product area to check in with the leadership team essentially. So we renamed them to be quarterly business reviews because instead of being like an update on the strategies for our product area. It's instead now just like a check-in for our product area. So it's time for us to check in, let them know like what we've done over the past quarter, if there are any sort of like key learnings, challenges, an update on metrics, specifically like our success metrics for our product areas. Basically anything we want to touch on regularly with LT, which is usually, you know, any sort of challenges we have or major learnings or investment opportunities that we'd like to get their feedback on, things like that. So I've been bouncing back and forth between those two docs. Sorry, I'd show you, but like I can't really show you. Like I'd be just showing you a laptop screen that's blurred. So I'm sorry for being boring and just talking about it. But yes, that has been keeping me busy. I like to not look at one doc for too long. Sometimes it gets a little boring. So I'll work on this doc for a while and then kind of switch gears and work on the other. And then of course, in the meantime, I'm just responding to people. So I'll give some examples so you can kind of understand what sort of things I'm working on the fly too. Because I think I've talked about in past videos, I'm kind of like, oh, you know, little things just kind of come up here and there. But I never really go into detail on what it means for like little things to come in here and there. So what I mean by little things is like, for example, we're currently in a group chat talking about some experiment results that have come out. We had an experiment running for the past 5 weeks, and so now we're looking into the results of them. We were getting some surprising results. Instead of driving up metrics like we thought it would, it actually drove metrics a little bit down. So we're trying to figure out why. Someone also sent me some designs to review, so taking a look at that as well. Lots to do. It's literally getting darker as I talk. Like it's so sad how dark it gets. So early, but it's really pretty. By the way, before it gets too dark and you can't see it, this is the other desk that I was talking about, by the way. So it's got like actually 2 desks. I feel like we'd be able to pull this out and use both of them. But yes, this is the other room. It's got its own little desk and whatnot in case both of us are in meetings. My life is incredibly boring right now. I think it has been an hour since I last checked in with you guys. Ended up getting roped into some other stuff, so I forgot that we have an all hands coming up this Thursday for just our sub team. So got a draft of that started, getting the other team leads to chime in on that as well. Responded to more people who pinged me, so like I just feel like it's really hard to explain what I do regularly because it always just depends on like what's going on. I don't know, does this look sad that this is my workspace right here? I feel like I don't need much, honestly, so I don't mind it. I could go work in the actual bedroom itself, but I really don't mind. This actually reminds me of like working at a cafe, surprisingly. Okay, drive safe. Bye. Alright, so that was my mother. It is now 7 o'clock and I'm going to start winding down for the day because I need to go cook dinner for my mother when she comes, or have dinner ready. I know we're in a hotel room. This is going to sound wild, but I actually have an Instant Pot here and I have ingredients to make food. So I'm about to do some cooking in this hotel room. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging with me today. I hope this was helpful for any of you guys who are just wondering what a PM does on sort of like a no meeting day, I guess. I had so much fun bringing you guys along today, and yeah, not much else. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably do more vlog type videos like this here on out. I'll actually be in New York City next week, so I'm hoping to do some office vlogs there and then some fun vlogs, of course. So I'm hoping to, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of content I want to have on this channel, and I think I really like the vlog type of content. I just need to be way better at keeping up with actually posting them. well, you guys wouldn't know this, but I have so much footage. I just like whip out my phone and film a lot, and so I have a lot of footage that's just sitting there, which is why there's that Microsoft intern video that just went up, came out from 2018. That footage had been sitting on my phone for nearly 4 years. So I'm trying to get better at offloading videos and posting them and whatnot, and I think vlogging might be the best way to do so. Thanks for joining me on this Monday. It's probably going to be a busy week ahead now as we wind down the quarter, start planning for Q1 and whatnot. Gosh, also, I know this lighting is horrible. There's like this really harsh lamp right here, so sorry about that. Hotel lighting is just not great, okay? We're also in like the simplest hotel ever, so apologies for if this didn't look that aesthetic, but glad I got to take you around. And I will catch you all in the next video. Bye!